O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show. This
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 16 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive the new 2024 MDX, $469 a month during our 16th anniversary sale.
So here we are. I wanted to show you the backyard again because we had some trouble last time, but you know, cuttersedgepro.com does some amazing stuff, and there are the boys and the girl. They're having fun. There we go. Right, Maiden? Right, Bono? There we go. They're having fun. I'm having fun. Look at our Sylvester palm. It is beautiful. We got another one in the front yard like that. You can take your home and landscaping to the next level. And the artificial turf, look at that. Look at that. The two dinosaurs going at it, huh? Look at that. I gotta love the dinosaurs. Look at them. They like to bite each other's legs. That's what they do. They play with each other and then they bite each other and they piss each other off. It's fun. One is Bono, which is the one farther away from you, and Maiden. She's the girl right here. She's a badass. That's for sure. So anyway, see the flowers are coming out. Very nice. cuttersedgepro.com, folks. This big tree there will start budding that I'm showing you there soon. It'll have all kinds of flowers. I'll post another video and I'll show it to you. This is a backyard where everybody gets to hang out. Over there in that corner there, I put the barbecue and cook. So that way it's the farthest away from the house, you know. If I light myself on fire or somebody else, we're out in the corner away from everybody. There you go. So you're getting some flowers coming out, which is a beautiful thing. And I swear by this artificial turf, it always looks phenomenal. I don't have to cut it. I don't have to water it. And so I'm saving a lot of money, hundreds and thousands in the long run, because I'm not watering or, of course, cutting the grass. And you know, here in South Florida, we cut the grass like every 10 to 14 days.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them.
With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation.
Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house! Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
Take a journey to our Caribbean paradise at Toyota of Hollywood. Get in the groove with great deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a Corolla, not 24,000, just 17,975. You'll be cruising and chilling with super low 2.99% financing. Feel the rhythms of the Caribbean today at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane. Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 16 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive the new 2024 RDX, $419 a month during our 16th anniversary sale.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Alrighty. Good morning, boys and girls, or maybe good afternoon, or maybe good evening, depending where you're at in the world watching the show. It's not always, the folks here in just Miami or Dade or Broward. We got people all over. In fact, I'm already seeing what is it? Eddie Beto is already in. He is in Argentina. There we go. Captain Saki. I saw he sent me a message this morning. He's going to be watching the show from Greece. From Tarpon Springs to Greece. Oh, there he is. Is he there already on the thing? Yep. Because sometimes, we socialize on Instagram or on X or Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it. Little bit of Facebook. I don't do as much. I don't go as much to Facebook. I mean, it's just so many, dude. There's Blue Sky now. There's Threads. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. There's LinkedIn, which is not really like for this. That's all business, supposedly. You know what I mean? Although people kind of make it like a social thing now on LinkedIn. But anyway, so appreciate all of you wherever you're tuning in. Thank you. Hey, you like my new shirt, by the way? I tweeted it out yesterday. That's what it's all about right there, folks. See? Okay. I'm part of one party. One party. Well, it's the Big O show, but it's also the Bitcoin hat. So it's our own Bitcoin Big O show hat. How do you like that? How do you like this shirt, huh? No Republican, no Democrat, no conservative, no progressive. Bitcoin. Bitcoiners. Bitcoiners unite. That's it. Bitcoiners unite. Speaking of Bitcoin, by the way, just out of curiosity, we got a little bit of a little pump going on right now. We're about to hit 58,000. We were down at 56,900, and that was at 6 a.m. And now we are at almost 58,000, 57,920. So it looks like we're making a little move. I don't know if it's, minor or anything, but you got to feel that we're pretty close to turning that corner from all this funk, man. It can't be too much farther. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so I will say this. And I can't figure this out. And if anybody can help me on this, the shirt says Bitcoiner, obviously. Yesterday, they had a vote to overturn the vetoed bill by Biden to allow the banks. So, for those of you out there that want to find out more about Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana and all that stuff, banks actually got into it where they were part of a bill where they would become crypto holders for you, just like they hold your money, the same thing. So now you could have gone onto your Bank of America account, or what are the banks? Chase, Citi, right? All the accounts you guys use normally, and you would have been doing your banking, and you would have had an option to buy crypto, and then they would have stored it for you right there, and you wouldn't have to go buy your own cold storage wallet and all that, which is better. But okay, I get it. We've grown up with the way of banks holding our stuff, right? So they were all in for it, bro. So this bipartisan bill, because they actually got some Dems to agree to it, and then they came up with the bill, and then it was voted, it was passed, and then it was vetoed by Biden. And then they tried to overturn that vetoed bill yesterday. Look at the voting. Yeah, should put the picture up. If you're a Bitcoiner, I don't understand what the Democrats are trying to accomplish. Look at that shit, dude. One Republican said nay, 207 said yes, 21 Democrats said yay, and 183 said no. Oh, they don't want us to grow as people? They don't want us to be better off? They want to control us? What is this, dude? An entire party is completely lost on this, dude. Negative against the average human being. It's like Nigeria, that they don't allow their people to deal with it at all. It's like, what are you fighting, bro? Still trying to protect the dollar that's completely crushed? Like, I don't really understand. It's just evil, that agenda. Pure evil. Pure evil, bro. Like, man, some negative stuff, dude. You don't allow human beings to grow on their own because this gives us our own freedoms. It's really insanity, dude. Insanity. So don't get it. And I don't get it. And for Biden, it's 50 million people use crypto, and it's an election year. That was a real smart move. He burned himself. It's incredible. I don't get it. Anyway, So there you go. Just educate yourselves so you know who's doing what. Oh, man. Amazing to me. Anyway, so that's spoke my piece. Give you guys a little education and open up your eyes. And the rest, it's up to you now. You can make your own decisions. Anyway, I see Steve Chapman is number one. Don't forget, folks, smash the hell out of that like button. Please, please, please. Oscar Rojas is in. He's smashing it. And the like button, too. Steven Gonzalez. There you go. Ray, Brooklyn Rob, Luis Benito, Ryan AP, NorCal. He's a puffin. Cosa Nostra, still worried about the U.S. men's national team. Did you see Klopp was like, no, dude, no, I'm good. I'm good. I've seen what happens. Okay? It doesn't end well for whoever is the coach, so I'm good. Oh man. It's you know what? It's funny. It's an old tired argument that is now happened in two ways. Okay, in sports. This is funny as hell. When you've been doing sports talk for 34 years, there's also a cycle, there's things that repeat themselves. Okay? And this is one that the U.S. firing their men's national team, and who's going to be the next one, and he's going to pull us out of, being mediocre and all that stuff, and with all the resources, and how is it that U.S. men's soccer can't get it right? U.S. women's soccer gets it right. MLS grows like crazy. International soccer is all over our country, yet men's national team can't grow. And so for 20 plus years, 30 years, they hire, they fire, they hire, they fire, they hire, they fire. They make changes in their U.S. soccer, regime, all that. Nothing helps. So now it's, you fire the newest guy, and now you're trying to find the next guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like a broken record over and over and over and over and over again. And then we have Paul Skeens. How many times have they pulled the pitcher, Sean, that was on his way to a no-hitter because he's a young guy, because they're trying to take care of his arm, because, what was it, the Washington guy that Strasburg, and they were on their way to being a World Series team, and we have to, put the kibosh. And then they've put the guys that they've put too much innings on, and they've blown their arms out and all that kind of stuff. And Brian Taylor and guys like that from the Yankees, or I don't know, man. I could start thinking of, Josh Johnson, who got his arm because of 70-minute delay. They brought him back, and he's fine, and he was never the same again. And whatever, dude. It's all kinds of crap that have gone on over the years, and with pitchers, it's a broken record, bro. Because it makes sense that you don't want to risk putting too much on him and burning him out. And it makes sense also at times, what the hell, roll the dice. Why? Every pitcher has Tommy John. It's like a rite of passage. Right? They come back better. It's a rite of passage. I can argue that too. It's like, bro, it's going to happen anyway. They all get it. And it's true almost, I don't know what's a percentage, but it's a large percentage of pitchers that end up with Tommy John. Somebody told me once that general managers, they average in a lost year for Tommy John. Like they sign you for a 7-year and they go, well, he'll play 6. You got to count on 1 year of Tommy John. All right, he's a great pitcher. We'll have him for the next 10 years, but really about 9 because we'll lose him once at least for Tommy John. It's kind of like that's the way they think. But it's funny, man, as you evolve in this business and when you've done it so much, then you see other people just argue about the silliness all over again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Should they pull him? Should they keep him? Should they hire? Should they fire? Will we ever turn the corner as a U.S. men's national team? Like 2 stories that are broken freaking records. And 2 that we can never explain all in one say, oh, this is the one thing that's wrong. Because you can look at it many different ways. It's weird, man. It's weird. It's funny. It's twisted. And been there, done it. For me, it's like, brother, I'm not spending my time talking about the U.S. men's national team and Paul Skeens, but I will talk about how it's funny how it's just a repetitive topic over and over and over again, and it's just chasing tails. That's what you guys are doing, chasing tails. Anyway, Joe 305, Rosendo is in. May this Friday usher a weekend blessed with beautiful smiles and the laughter of family and friends. One-Eyed Jack is in. I figured it out. The Tua contract hasn't happened yet because they are negotiating with Jarvis Landry. There we go. Adam Sadowski is in. Gus 1388. Captain Saki, there we go, in Greece. Kyle Cockrell. That's right. No. For Kyle, it's not don't sell your Bitcoin. Buy more Bitcoin. Buy as much as you can. Not a financial advisor, of course. But selling shouldn't even be a thought. What should be right now is, okay, do I have some money just sitting in the bank that I'm not really using and it's just there like a little savings, or do I have a little bit of savings? Yeah, that should be a Bitcoin account, not a savings account. Yeah, if I have, a little extra money, which I know it's kind of tough for all of us, but if you have a little extra, then you should make it work for you. Yeah. Jay Slim is in. NorCal is in Placerville, California. Let's see. Shirt is great, but the sunglasses are fire. Thank you, sir. I got these like a year and a half ago or 2, something like that. Made a donation to an autism charity, and it is the sign of autism and stuff. So every little bit helps, right? And by the way, not for nothing, I did it for a charity purpose. And then when I got the glasses, I thought the frames were super cool. But I go, come on, man, the lenses, how good can they be? Brother, let me tell you something. It as promised, it blocks out the UV rays. It really does. Does a great job of blocking out the UV rays. So they actually are good glasses. And I got them free because really I made a donation. So it was really more about the donation, and then it was a gift for the donation. And then it ends up becoming like something like really cool. Like, okay, I can actually wear them, because they look cool, but do they work? And they worked. That is cool. And thank you, Brooklyn Rob. Skylar Tipton, he says, morning, new music from Eminem and One Republic today. It's a good day. There we go. James Vivinetti in the house. Green Lion. Nothing not to get. What is it? The Caitians are fighting for dear life. Okay. I see. To fight the fiat system. Oh, yeah. Yeah, basically, you're right. the Dems are trying to keep the fiat system alive, the dollar, and then lock us into the CBDCs. And they're dead set on locking us into CBDCs, which is, are you kidding me, bro? They can control how you can spend your money. They can just turn anything off on your money. They can take it away from you. That's the beauty of Bitcoin, bro. You got your own cold storage wallet. Boom, that's it. That's why. Okay, so they know they have almost no chance to get the CBDCs through, right? So why not approve the banks, since you kind of control the banks? And that way you can then, if the banks are holding the crypto for people, if you want to confiscate something from somebody doing something illegal, you can easily do it through the bank. But you can't do it with us that have cold storage wallets, because unless you can get the 12 words from my head, there's no way you're going to get my money. There's no way you're going to get my Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying?
That's where the problem lies. They can't get everybody's. They can only get the ones that currently buy it. So then now they go the other way.
And
they got to stay with what they've already said.
Freedom. I thought that's what the bald eagle was, bro. I thought it was about freedom. It's about having your own choice.
If you're under the wingspan.
You know, so it's just, yeah, and you're right, Green Line. That's all it is. It's just about control. Our dollar's going like this, and you I don't want to ride your dollar, bro. You keep spending it like it's going out of style. The hell out of here, bro. Let's give billions. You're like, oh, you're the Oprah of the world. Here, you get billions. You get billions. You get billions. You get billions. And you know, no, dude. And then what? You're gonna tax me to make up for all the shit you give everybody else? No, dude. No. It just that's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, Lenny Pena's in the house, relentless. Lewis says, I got my crypto wallet thanks to our legendary bartender. There you go. There you go. Jeremy Dorset is in. Cigar Social, Big O. I've been hearing your voice just about every morning for 20 plus years now. Keep it going. Oh, Rose, Dan, Mad Dog, and Hank, South Florida Sports Talk, Mount Rushmore. Thank you, sir. That's very nice of you. Very nice of you. Appreciate you. Let's see. Let's see. What else do we have? Speaking of charity, Big O, the Canes Magua brothers are signing tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Yes, they are. They are at Caneswear. And remember, you could go to Caneswear and use our code Big O. You will get 10% off at Caneswear. And let me give you the exact information. Tomorrow, Francis and Francisco Mauigoa, right, are signing between 3 and 4:30 p.m. It's $39 for 2 autographs, 1 from each. All proceeds, okay, kind of like what we did with this. All proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald House Charities. All proceeds. So Brett and the great people at Caneswear are doing it the right way. The Mauigoa brothers are doing it the right way. So that's what it's all about. You purchase an autograph ticket for Saturday, and you get a special ticket to the Caneswear one-day sale, 40 to 60% off hurricane apparel, headwear, and footwear. And it's Saturday, July 13th only. 100% of the ticket proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald House Charities. So that is a cool thing. You're basically getting the signatures and you're helping a charity, dude. That's just freaking ass kicking. And then on top of that, you get the exclusive stuff to get in and get a discount on the Canes merchandise. And by the way, you could get yourself a Messi jersey, Messi shirt. Use our code BIG010, get 10% off. Come on, man. So do that and smash the hell out of the like button, please. All right? Come on, we got less than, we're at 39 and there's 82 watching right now, which you could tell it's not football season. It's slow, dude. Only the hardcore of hardcore are with us nowadays through this bitter part of July where there's just really nothing going on. If it wasn't for Copa and Euros and the Panthers, Jesus, dude, we would have nothing. Oh, and Inter. And Inter's been great. Inter's been great. 4-1-1 is great. How's that? No.
Saying in past seasons in July, it's been very,
it's terrible. It's terrible. But we've had a good June, July here, because obviously the Heat were no part of it, but the Panthers and everything going on with Inter and then Copa and Euros, it's been good, man. It's been good. That at least has carried us because obviously we don't even have a baseball team in town. So it's just kind of sad, but that's the reality, unfortunately. Yes, sir.
NorCal, just to let you know, I did one burpee yesterday. I'm preparing, buddy. Me and you. Halftime, Super Bowl.
There you go. One whole burpee.
Halftime of Dolphins, Super Bowl. Sorry.
One whole burpee.
Today I'm going for 2.
That's impressive. That's impressive. If you get to 2, that is good. What's up, baby? Oh, yeah. What's up, man? You doing all right? Good, man. Good. By the way, we are here at Acura Pembroke Pines, 15601 Pines Boulevard. And right now, of course, celebrating their 16th anniversary. It's 16 years of just absolutely kicking some ass. That's why they're number one volume, baby. The Integra right now, 2024, $319 a month. The MDX, $479, and the ZDX, $499. That's right. You can now get electrified, and you could get the lease for $499 a month. It is awesome. They are the number one dealership right now in the country selling and leasing ZDXs. How about that? How about that? Folks are coming in, and we got a bunch of them right here, right in front of us. They come in, they take a drive, and they freak out. The car it flies, dude. It's awesome. It's like 320, 330 miles to the charge. There's one thing that I will say, and this is not an accurate thing. This is just a general electric car comment for you all out there. Okay. I gotta tell you, some of you, how do I put this? You're not very bright. I don't know. I'm trying to be as smooth as possible, and that's not very smooth. But let me explain to y'all. I love the person that talks about an electric car and says, well, no, but if I want to drive around the country, well, really, dude? Do you buy your car and your normal car that you use every day? That's the car you're going to go on your road trips? Let me give you a little tip, and maybe, you can grow a brain or something. Rent a car, you morons. Why do you want to go on a 1,000-mile, 2,000, 5,000-mile trip and you burn out your own tires, more your engine, wear and tear on your car, shorten the life of your car? Just rent it. Spend a couple extra bucks a day, 40, 50 bucks a day. You rent a decent car. You never have to worry about it. It breaks down, whatever. It's insured. Let them pick it up. They give you a new one. That's it. Your car breaks down. You're on the road, all that. Dude, what? Who gives a shit? Oh, so I got to find charging stations. We're not there yet. But if you get 300 miles, if you get this one gets 320, 330. If you get 200 miles, do you even drive that a day? No, dude. What do you have to do? Charge it every couple of days at your house? Big deal. Super convenient. I never understand that. And this whole thing that, well, what if I want to take a long trip? Dude, rent a car. Grow a brain. If you got enough money to go take a trip, you got enough money to spend a couple dollars on a rent-a-car. Be smart, dude. I don't take my cars on road trips that I'm going to go vacation and go have some fun or something. Give me a break, man. And if you're going to Disney, that's 200 miles, 320 easily. And there's charging stations. In Orlando, plenty of charging stations. So it's just the silliest thing. I get it if it gets 70 miles and you drive a lot. Yeah, it's not going to be good. But if it gets 300 and you have a charger at home, so it's the silliest thing in the world. Dogs days of summer. Yes, sir, Walter. It wouldn't be so bad if we actually had like a baseball team that the owner gave a shit about winning, dude. You know what I mean? The summer wouldn't be so bad because we have it, but at least we have Inter, which, you know, I got to say, we're gifted there, having Inter at least for the summers. That's a good thing. Let's see what else. The lady with the Dolphins who Saban fired now runs a South Florida autism charity, I believe. Oh, you're talking about Fudge Brown. Okay, I did not know that Fudge runs an autism charity. She's amazing, dude. Fudge Brown is one of the greatest human beings that has ever walked planet Earth. That's all I can tell you about Fudge Brown. Nothing more, nothing less. She has been one of the most selfless people her entire life. A lot of her jobs have been jobs of service and charity. Fudge Brown, and if anybody knows her, I'm telling you, Fudge Brown is one of the greatest human beings ever. I will never, ever be able to be half the person that Fudge Brown is. She's awesome. Awesome, 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 and awesome. NorCal says, Big O, your show has always been a different kind of sports talk radio ever since I started listening in April of 2008. You've made every weekday better, brother. Keep it up. Thank you, Sean. You're a effing. All right. Skylar says, true fans listen during every season. Oh, you get us through the off season. LOL. Thank you, sir. Imagine if the Marlins didn't suck. I know. It'd be pretty cool, huh? I was following my man JG Long, who's a big supporter of our show for a long time, and he's in Malaysia. And I follow him on Instagram, and he's there doing a video on Instagram and showing some food he's eating. And he's an all-out South Florida fan living in Malaysia. So he's doing it, and he's wearing a Marlins cap. Oh, so freaking cool. And I'm like, look at this dude, bro. He's in Malaysia, hanging out, enjoying life. And he's always sporting, you know, Dolphins, Marlins, Panthers, Heat gear, you know, always a Miami guy. It's a trip. We got him? All right, good stuff. Big O, can you stand up so we can see the bottom of your T-shirt? Can't read the bottom. Looks interesting. I already did it, but I'll do it again. Only one party. Screw the Dems, screw the reps, screw the libs, screw the conservatives. Oh, Look for FOMO 21. FOMO 21 on just Google FOMO 21 and his page will come up, and then he has several shirts. And you'll see shirts like this that are like Bitcoin related type shirts and stuff like that. So there you go. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's talk a little Miami Dolphins with the one and only David Furones in our Welt and Rayom Miami Dolphins report.
All rise, football fans, as the Welt and Rayom Miami Dolphins report with David Furones is in session.
Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They are committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. Here's Miami Dolphins insider David Furones.
All right. There he is, the one and only David Furones. How you doing, my man? Doing good?
I'm doing good. Yeah, counting down the days now as my summer break dwindles down to the last week and a half here before Dolphins training camp, and then we really get going.
What is it, like 18, 19 when the rookies report?
Oh, well, rookies will report the 16th, but
16th.
Yeah, but we don't have too much media availability over that. So then the next week, veterans report the 23rd, and then
and it's like the 24th or the 25th is when you start getting access, right?
Well, we might get some interviews that first report day. Sometimes they give us some veterans. Like last year, I think we got Xavier Howard that day, and then we kind of had it might have been Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard that day, actually. I remember my first time on the beat, we had like Jerome Baker that day and someone else, Miles Gaskin. That was 3 years ago now. So they might line up a couple of interviews at the podium for us on the report day. And then, you have the first practice they have access to. Then by the time the weekend hits, then there's that first Sunday practice when the fans can access and you really get the environment there. That's always a great day. So, but yeah, it'll pick up here in about a week and a half.
Are you expecting the Tua contract to be done by training camp?
Man, I've been wanting to say that the whole time. I've been saying, yeah, before training camp, it'll get done. And then now that we're getting kind of down to the wire, I sort of worry. But, I think now at this point, both sides know just where their negotiating platform is. Maybe if there was some kind of caught off guard aspect to the Trevor Lawrence money that the Jacksonville Jaguars gave him. I think now that we've had enough time where that's been known. And so I feel like I want to say yes. That the two sides will just find some common ground, get it done before training camp. And then there's everyone's just all happy and gets into training camp with that behind them. But there's always that possibility that it still doesn't get done. And then this trickles down into training camp.
Yeah, I'm getting a feeling that it's gonna come down to the wire there. Also, yeah. I think it's one of those deals, but I think it might drag into the beginning of training camp.
Very possible. And then at that point,
first couple of days, right. I could see where the talks heated up, but they're still posturing, and then as the media stuff crunch starts. And starts to build, it's like, all right, let's get it done and get it out of the way. And I think that eventually they get it done. But I think there's going to be a speed bump or two here. I was thinking, they'll get it done right before they start. No, I think I think what you didn't want is going to happen. You didn't want camp to start off with the controversy, but it's going to start with the controversy.
Yeah, there always are those speed bumps, like you said. And then, even going back to that first training camp I covered in 21, Then that year was the Xavier Howard saga, and then he reports that day, that Veterans Report Day, and comes out with the Instagram post announcing that he wants a trade. And so last year there was a Christian Wilkins deal, the deal that obviously didn't get done. I mean, deal as in his whole saga with the team. So there's always going to be something, these speed bumps, and then sometimes it has the happy ending, like Xavier Howard did get his restructure that he wanted that year. Then he wanted a new one after that. So they got that taken care of twice there. Wilkins, of course, didn't get his long-term extension. So there's both sides of it. And I think with a quarterback, it's more likely that they'll want to get it done. I think the Dolphins have expressed that openly, that they do want to get it done. But, of course, Chris Greer is going to be prudent with his spending and make sure that he's not mortgaging the franchise's future. So it's a balance to play there.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, man. So it'll be interesting to see if they're able to make it happen. The other one is Tyreek Hill. Will Tyreek Hill produce another kid from now till training camp?
Now, all right, we only have the news.
You thought I was going to talk salary, didn't you, huh? You thought I was going to talk salary, huh? No. I mean, after the news comes out that it's been confirmed he's a father of another young girl. It's 3 kids now born, 3 different women between February 23rd and May 23rd. So, I'm starting to think that it was his wife that actually called the lawyers to instigate the divorce, but she's a ventriloquist, or she's like, she can sound like Tyreek. She does a good impression of Tyreek. And so she kind of like sounded like Tyreek and said, get the divorce rolling. I mean, this woman, are you really married if you're just having kids outside of your marriage? Like it's going out of style? I mean, this guy produces more kids than miners produce Bitcoin on a daily basis.
By the way, right before I got on, you flashed the shirt again, and then I should have known, because I was wondering myself when I got my first glance at you. Okay, Democrat, Republican, what else could it be? What could be the one that isn't scratched off? I should have known. Big. It was Bitcoin.
It's the only party that matters, bro. Really the only party that matters. I keep telling everybody, you follow red, you follow blue, you're just a fool. You gotta follow orange, baby. You gotta follow Bitcoin. Come on, man.
Get yourself that green.
Yeah, exactly. You get the green. That's you can pick different colors. I said I gotta pick green. Come on.
Of course.
It is what it is, actually. No, but it's a great shirt. It's fantastic, actually. So it equally pisses everybody else off and makes one group very happy.
The only group you care about, right?
Right now, that's the only party I care about. I certainly don't care about the other parties. That's for sure. No, but seriously, I mean, my man, wow, he's got an active sex life. He has no idea what a Trojan is.
Now, I will give him the benefit of the doubt on this, in that so this baby would have been born May 2023. Conceived going back into 2022. So, and Tyreek Hill got married, of course, during the past season in November, the bye week, if I recall correctly. So
but he was with her during that time.
Yeah, he was with her for sure. But I with Tyreek Hill and these scenarios, I think about it this way.
Wait, I'm sorry. As Sean correctly said, he was with her and he was with others too at the same time. I'm sorry.
Yes. we know. So with Tyreek Hill, I give him the benefit of the doubt on this. I lay it down with when
lay is okay. Lay is the perfect word. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
When I lay it all out there, I look at it at okay. So
what does he? He lays it all out there, bro. He lays it all out there. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
whether it happened before or after that moment when he said, after that bye week, he said they got married and he said he's going to be a change
By the way,
man.
as often as he has kids, it happens before and it happens after, by the way. But go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So that already happened when he made that statement and put his foot down and said, all right, I'm going to be a changed man from now on. So this baby was born long before that. So now it's just, okay, now it comes out. So I'm sure they knew about it or knew of the possibility that he was the father when that first was going on. And then now, so if the baby comes out later on.
Right, so he's putting his foot down. He's stopping at 10 or 11 kids now is what you're saying. Okay, all right.
Right. Well, I mean, and if he gets to 12 and 13 with his wife, then, that's a beautiful thing. But yeah, then hopefully just we don't find out any more like later on in the season of a baby that was conceived when they were going through that semi pseudo divorce, and then and now another one pops up. So hopefully it's just
on a trip to Seattle, all of a sudden there's a baby in the Northwest. Yes, exactly. I get it.
Right. So hopefully for Tyreek Hill, we avoid that, and then we don't get into so much baby mama drama just after he made that statement. So that's just all I'm hoping for him. Anything that happened previously, it's already in the past. It happened.
Well, you must be the easiest wife to be married to, bro.
Well,
I gotta say, I mean, I can tell you are a single man because let me tell you something.
I would have an issue with it.
I don't know how his current wife is just like she walks around. I get that she lives in luxury and all that, but like he's paying a lot of child support, man. Like a lot of child support. That man is going to be so broke. It's not even funny. He just had these kids over the last 5, 7, 8 years. We're talking about, dude, he's on the hook for 18 years for all these kids.
18 years, each one of them. So, and now he's making a lot of money, but I know there's percentages involved as well. We could get a segment with Wilton Rayom actually to hopefully break it all down, because I would be no expert in this field. But
there's taxes and these people like really charging a lot of taxes at that bracket. Woo, doggy, woo!
Tyreek Hill's already taxed a lot.
If you're over 400,000, yeah, baby, they're going after you. So yeah, that's a lot of taxes. What was that? That lowers the taxes the more kids you have? No, I don't think so. It does? It lowers it. Yeah, but you're still adding money.
Because there's only a certain percentage of your pay that goes to the child support.
Bro, you're paying each of those kids, and it's like 5, 10, 20,000 a month that you're giving for each kid, bro. It's a fortune.
Well, for him, yeah. But what I'm saying though is each time though, when you add another kid, it takes away from what you owe to, because now you've added another person.
Yeah, because you can't just keep adding on the same amount to every kid, and then eventually it's just that's more money than actually exists for you. So.
Well, you shouldn't keep sticking your pecker all over the place and producing.
It goes back to that foundational point.
I mean, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a combat helmet for a reason, dude. Have you ever heard of pulling out, bro? Like something. I mean, there's lots of techniques to avoid this. One is, maybe you stay with one woman because it's really expensive to have all that stuff. That is some crazy stuff. All right, are you
expensive nature of it has been the motivation for me not to have a child as of yet, as of my 30 years on this planet, going on 30.
And let me tell you something. It's the best thing you do. You don't get married until you have money to get married. And you certainly don't have a kid until you can guarantee that you're going to give that child everything that it needs, besides love and attention, but fiscally everything. If you cannot provide it, don't have it, man. Because that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem in our world. Too many kids are born, and the parents aren't really ready to commit completely to what you're supposed to do for the next 20 years, dude.
Yeah.
Really, it's lifetime, but the most important part is the first 20 years before you're like, maybe kicking them off the nest and saying, "All right, let's go. Fly, let's go. You're on your own," that kind of stuff. All right, so
and with just to wrap that up, also with the price of tuition, that's not these days, but then in 18 years, even more so. If you're getting your kids through college too, because there's one thing getting them through 18 years, but then if you're going to be the parent that gets them through college as well, then that's a whole nother ball game as well.
And let me tell you something, because Tyreek said something that, unfortunately, I have to say, I have to call out and say you're full of shit. But it sounds good for him, because if that's what he wants to think. But after the whole thing about it, he was quoted as saying, "It don't matter how many kids I have. A lot of people won't be able to say Tyreek don't take care of his kids, though." Tyreek, you don't take care of your kids, my brother. You know why? In order to take care of 10 kids, you need to be in front of them every day to tell them that you love them. They need to be in the same home when they come home, that they see their father. You don't have to play toys with them every day, but you get to kiss them goodnight. You get to have a small conversation with them. You might be able to drop them off in school. That's unfortunately, he thinks writing a check means that he supported all those kids. No, man, those kids need a father and a mother. That's how it's supposed to be. And the father and the mother are supposed to be there emotionally and physically and fiscally and every single day. If you're only filling the column of fiscally, and you visit with them every month or something, or every 2 months or whatever, because there's no way he lives with all his baby mamas. There's no way he sees all his kids every day. So whether you're Adrian Peterson, or whether you're Scott Skiles, or whether you're any of these guys that have had 4,000 kids with different women, you have already failed as a father, because you are not in every single household every single day. And that's what a real father is. A real father is the one that's there for the child at any time, at any moment. My daughter can text me at any moment to reach me. She will see me today like she has seen me for 24 years. Every single freaking day. Unless I go out of town for a day or two or a week or whatever. But outside of that, I'm in her life every day. That's not what Tyreek is doing. And that's where, you can tell his disconnect of what a real father is supposed to be. And if he thinks just writing a check is a real father, he has no idea what he just said, because it doesn't mean shit.
You spread yourself thin. You spread yourself thin when you have that many kids to look after.
Yeah, of course. There's no way you can really be a good father for all of them, unfortunately. All right, so does Tyreek get more child support money this offseason from the Miami Dolphins?
Okay, yeah. So we do bring it around to the money.
Segway king, baby. Come on.
You are.
Let's go. 34 years at this. Come on, we can do this. We do this shit blindfolded every day, man. And we don't take 8-minute commercial breaks to do 8-minute segments. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Tyreek.
I do think the Dolphins like the flexibility of the no guaranteed money going into the following season, going to 2025 after this year. Now, I mean, it's just also at the end of the day, he is such a vital part of this offense. It's his own production, and then also the threat of his production that opens up things for everything else, and in the run game, and of course the run game is at the foundation of the offense itself, with how Mike McDaniel runs the outside zone, gets defenses to overcommit, and then gets other things going off of that. Sure, but having a player of the ability of Tyreek Hill is so vital, and has been so vital to quarterback Tua Tagovailoa's development as well. Yeah, I mean, but eventually that day is going to come, and now he is in his 30s, and obviously has had some off the field headlines. Not in the form of anything so criminal that's going to have him facing jail time. But
by the way, you said vital part. He's also a vital part to adding to our population.
Right. Exactly.
Which is a problem, by the way. We do need to produce more kids. And I guess Tyreek Hill, he figures other people aren't producing kids. Millennials and Gen Zs are not big into having kids right now, as I'm talking to one right now, so he figures, well, let me make up for some of these people that aren't, really producing kids like David Furones. So let me produce other kids. So, he is a vital part in a way to the United States population issue, because China's not producing kids. It's been a problem. Italy is not producing any kids. Italy's population is maybe one of the oldest, if not the oldest, in the world. They have no young people in that country. They're recruiting young people. They're giving them houses and stuff if they'll come and start their careers there and stuff. So, Tyreek Hill is very vital to the population growth. Just want you to know that.
Yeah. Well, between myself and Tyreek Hill, then we average about five kids.
Yeah, it's the give and take. Yeah. David Furones produces nothing. Tyreek Hill overproduces, so it kind of we for every David Furones, we need a Tyreek.
Yeah, I also produce 0 receiving yards for the Miami Dolphins, and he produces 1,799 just last season. So if you take the average too, then we're almost a 1,000 yard receiving combination there.
Exactly, it's all balancing out, man. I mean, really, it's just a beautiful thing how it balances out, bro.
I'd love to take the average of our salaries too. If we could split those, I'd love that as well.
Listen.
Even if he's upset with his number, I'd love that.
Just give me the child support, bro. That's all I want. I don't need his salary. Okay. I just want the child support, bro. I know me, my wife can live, and my 4 dogs, bro. We can live like kings just with the child support. That's all I want. I don't need his salary. No. Just give me the child support. What? I'm 57. Give it to me for the next 18 years. Okay. That'll take me to, like 75. Hey, bro. I'll take his child support for 10 kids. Just give me a couple of the child support payments right there. I'm good. I'm set, bro. Beautiful. Oh, yeah.
This has been a fun segment.
Well, it's the off season. We've got to reach. We've got to
we got to tie it. We got to tie it all together.
Okay, so how will you match it in the paper, in the Sun Sentinel? What are you working on?
Okay. So we got our countdown to camp series going on. So the first one just came out, which was Tua Tagovailoa and his contract negotiations, how it could affect on-field play potentially. So weighing that out. Got that one out first, just in case if something develops as we do count down to camp. So we have that covered now. And I've also worked on some of the key position battles for the Dolphins this training camp. So we'll be looking at that beforehand. And I got some others coming out over the weekend. One of them being what was I doing? Dolphins newcomers on defense, who will have the biggest impact. So that'll be the one that follows after that. So keep an eye out for those.
All right, let's go. All right, get to it. You got a lot of work. You got to start producing a kid before the season starts. So
I'm just producing content.
Get to work. Follow him on Twitter at @DavidFurones_ and subscribe to the South Florida Sun Sentinel. If enough of you subscribe, maybe he'll produce a kid. Who knows? That way we'll have a next generation writer for the Miami Dolphins and the South Florida Sun Sentinel. David, as always, thank you, my brother. Have a great weekend.
Yes, sir. You too.
You got it. There you go. David Furones and Welton Rayom. Hey, man, it is storm season, hurricane season, whatever it is, because, everybody lazily just talks about hurricanes, but it could be a windstorm. It could be, gale force winds. come through. 40 mile an hour winds and up already start causing roof damage. So if you start noticing those little brown spots and you're like, wait a minute, do I have a leak? Welton Rayom can send their adjusters to make sure. See if you have a leak and you think, hey, man, I need a new roof. So have the adjusters look at it. They'll tell you if you have a case, because maybe there was a wind event, maybe there was a water event, maybe you live in a condo and a pipe burst, whatever it is, and the water went into your house. We've had listeners that's happened to them where they live in a condo, townhouse or condo, and the neighbor's pipe is broken, and then the water was leaking all over, or from the top to the bottom. Car accidents, truck accidents. You guys have called for all kinds of different things to Welton Rayom. Bankruptcy now. We've got folks that have called for bankruptcy in the last year because unfortunately things are so tough. A lot of folks have gone into their savings account. Some people have gone into their 401ks. I know things are tough, man. Call Welton Rayom if you're having, credit card issues. 954-966-4646. That's 954-966-4646 for Welt and Rayom.
This has been another session of the Welton Rayom Miami Dolphins Report with David Furones. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. They handle complex personal injury claims caused by the fault of another in both state and federal courts. They handle auto, trucking, motorcycle slip and fall, and bicycle accidents. Call 954-966-4646. Welton Rayom can help.
All right. Morning, Big O and Sean. Have a beautiful Friday. Please shout out to my daughter, Sophia Castro, who's turning 14. Dad loves you, princess. Thanks, fellas. There you go. Sophia Castro. Happy birthday. Happy 14th birthday. And, of course, Daddy loves you a lot. There you go. That's what a father does right there. That's what I'm talking about. Nice job by you, Yater. Happy 14th birthday. There you go. That is awesome. Let's see. There's always a contract dilemma in the offseason, whether it's Xavier Howard, Connor Williams, now Tua. Yeah, man. It'll happen and it'll pass and they'll get it done. I'm not really worried about that, Let's see. I will never trust Tyreek Hill to even pull out a pizza from an oven. Because of his situation, he might need to have a DNA. He might need to have a DNA just in case. Thank you, True Fin fan. Even though you plan to have a child, I don't think you're ever prepared fully. So many occurrences can happen. You're never prepared. That is so true. And you're learning. Especially your first time. None of us know how to be parents. You could talk about it. You could talk about other parents and other situations. Brother, when you're in the middle of it, it's a whole different ball game because every kid's different too. You know what I mean? It's not easy. But you've got to be fully prepared and there all the time. And if you're not there all the time, then don't have the kid, man. If you're not going to be a part of your child's life every day, then don't have your child. It's pretty simple. If you're going to be an absentee father or mother, don't have a child. It's not the right, it just, and if you don't have the money, don't have a child either. As much as you may want to, it is just going to make it so difficult on the child and yourself, and it could put a real strain in the relationship, and because I don't even think you should get married if you don't have money. Because finances become a strain in any relationship. And you got to make sure that your relationship is rock solid, that you can survive all that kind of stuff. Anyway, Tyreek Hill is adding his part towards making sure our population is growing. Hails to the yeah. Hails to the yeah. Let's see. I'd be surprised if Malik doesn't make the team. There's a good chance he makes it. There's a good chance. All right. Is Manny Navarro in? Oh, yes, he is. Oh, look, the River Pub is in too, by the way, just because I see the River Pub billboard there. We will be at the River Pub November 3rd in Niagara Falls in Buffalo. Well, it's a little bit out of Buffalo, right outside of Buffalo, but it's a Dolphins bar. And so if you happen to live in that area, Rochester, Niagara, what's the other city that's right around there? It's besides Buffalo and Rochester, and there's another one there. But anyway, so if you're in that area, join us at the River Pub with Billy and all the great people out there. Billy owns the pub, and he's got a whole area that is all Dolphins, dude. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's got a 13 shrine and everything. So we're going to be broadcasting live out there, me and Sean, our pre and post game show for the Dolphins at Bills. Okay. So that's one of our road trips this year. We're planning on a couple. It's looking like Seattle is in also, but we don't know yet. That's not final yet, and we don't know where we're broadcasting. And then we're trying to make it happen for the MetLife takeover in New York. So we're trying to make those things happen. So looking forward to the River Pub. All right, let's do it. Hour number 2, we started off with the one and only Manny Navarro in our Caneswear Miami Hurricanes report.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 16 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive the new 2024 RDX, $419 a month during our 16th anniversary sale.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. If you're a Miami sports fan, there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your Inter Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2655 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or intermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inter Miami and all Miami sports fans shop. Time for Canes fans to get what they want. Information, insight, and perspective. It's the Caneswear Miami Hurricanes Report with Manny Navarro. Exclusively on a Big O radio show. Here's Big O and insider Manny Navarro.
All right. And there he is. Manny Navarro's with us. But tomorrow, Francis and Francisco Mauigoa, tomorrow at Caneswear between 3 and 4:30 p.m. Both gentlemen will be signing autographs for Canes fans. $39 gets you both autographs, one for each. Now, all proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald House Charities. So basically, you're making a $39 donation to charity, and you're doing a good thing. You can write it off, by the way. And then on top of all of that, you're getting 2 autographs from Francis and Francisco Mauigoa. And on top of that, you will get a special ticket to Caneswear one-day sale where they have 40 to 60% off Hurricanes apparel, headwear, and footwear. And that will be only on Saturday, tomorrow, July 13th. 100% of the proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald House of Charities. So make sure you go down there to Caneswear, 2655 South University Drive in Davie. By the way, while you're getting the 40 to 60%, you then throw the Big O 10, and you'll get 10% on top of that bitch too. Oh!
Wow.
Oh!
Nice.
Oh! That's right. That's right. So what are you messing with? Let's go. Get the Caneswear and go meet the kids. All right, now I can put on the glasses because that glare is tough. All right, how you feeling, man? You feeling good?
Feeling good, brother. How are you?
I am. I'm fantastic. I'm at Acura of Pembroke Pines. It's a beautiful Friday. There really isn't much to talk about, to be quite honest. There hasn't been
No.
a lot of hot button topics in anyone and any team, unless, if I want to sit here and talk about how bad the Heat offseason has been or some, shit like that. But it's kind of like it was expected, so you shouldn't be surprised, that kind of stuff. So yeah, they're just, but you know what? In a way, that's a good thing. Like in your case, that's a good thing that we're not getting any negative stories about, we're watching, at Oklahoma State. Oh yeah, no, he got D. Yeah. We're gonna punish him by giving him 50 carries in that first game.
Yeah, I'm glad that didn't have any of those kind of stories I have to tackle
Right?
this offseason. Though.
Right. That's Ollie is the kid's name, right? Ollie
Gordon. Ollie Gordon. Yeah.
Right. He's like considered one of the best running backs in the country, and so it's like so he gets a DUI, and then it was embarrassing the way the coach handled it, dude.
Yeah,
really embarrassing. That's happened to me 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Yo, Roded, wow, like. Read the room, my man. Like, do you see yourself? Do you hear yourself right now? What you're saying?
Yeah,
that was bad. That was bad. They should go after him. He's a man over 50.
Yeah, Mike Gundy is. He's been at this a long time, so maybe he thought that he could get away with making a comment like that in today's world. But DUI is nothing to mess with, and. Unfortunately, Ollie Gordon is just going to see more playing time. Now, I know he's probably getting disciplined behind the scenes. They're probably making him run extra laps or do some.
Are they?
They're probably doing something like that. Oh, I mean, they listen. Every school does it, regardless. Every one of these kids end up having to do like up downs and crawling across the field for 100 yards on their stomachs, and they do make them do this kind of stuff for disciplinary reasons, but. The fact that there's no suspension and he was arrested for DUI just should tell you what a different world we live in now in college football compared to the old days when, guys would get into a fight.
The coach's reaction makes it seem like, no big deal. It's really, that's the way it came off from Gundy. No big deal. And oh God, I cringe when I saw that stuff. I was like, really?
Yeah, it wasn't the best look for him, but again, it just shows you what a different world we live in college football. You got a lot of these coaches now just sort of admitting, hey, why are we doing better in recruiting? NIL. We can pay guys now, right? It's helping us. So there's a different level of honesty. You just think back 10 years, think back a few years, right? When Jimbo Fisher and Nick Saban were yelling at each other over paying guys, and we don't pay guys, and we don't have to do that to recruit people, and it's a totally different world now, man. Like it's just the way it is, and DUIs ain't a thing, I guess.
Yeah, no, I just nobody got hurt. Well, yeah, bro, but so we're gonna wait till somebody gets killed, and then it's taboo. Now it's really bad. I mean, wow, that was just. I get nothing in the end is gonna happen to him. And look, dude, any of us can have a DUI. And one DUI can happen to any of us. Okay, we're all human beings. We had just a little bit too much, but we don't feel it or whatever, and we get pulled over. It's never happened to me, but I don't put it past any of us for an accident for one DUI. But you're also going to take it serious, and you're also going to be embarrassed about it and feel terrible, about it. But this the way they handle it, and that's why in a way it's good that it's been boring for you, that you haven't had to deal with that kind of stuff, which is kudos to Mario that his kids he's got some pretty good kids in there right now.
Yeah, I mean, and they're his kids. This roster's been completely flipped now, and there's whatever problems might have been on the roster before, or guys that he didn't necessarily recruit here. A lot of them are gone. I mean, the majority of this roster, I think I told you this stat earlier, I think it's 6 or 7 kids are guys that he didn't necessarily recruit here that are still on the roster.
Right.
And those have to be guys that he clearly is okay with because he's been here 3 years now. This is his 3rd year. So clearly, even though he didn't recruit them, he signed off on them still being a part of the program. So it is what it is. But look, I think what you have to give kudos for Mario 4. Yes, he doesn't have a winning record here. He's 12-13, but he's completely rebuilt the roster. And if you go back and you look at this team just from an offensive and defensive line perspective, where that's where the SEC teams dominate, they just look completely different physically. Like 6'5", 300 plus pounds, grown ass men that have NFL type bodies. And that's what Manny Diaz wasn't doing here. That's what a lot of the other coaches weren't doing here. They weren't going into other parts of the country and getting big time linemen. And I think from a wins and losses perspective, that's it takes a little while to get there, right? It took his first 2 years were not great. He should have been better than 7-6 last year, but he went out, got himself a better quarterback, and he's got a really good offensive and defensive line on both sides of the ball. And I think that's why, if you're a Miami fan, you should be excited.
Anything new on the recruiting front?
Well, you're going to have a few decisions here in the next week or so. Today's July 12th. We have DJ Pickett, the 5-star cornerback from Zephyr Hills, Florida, the number 1 player in the state. He will be announcing on July 17th. It's either going to be Miami, Oregon, or LSU.
Are we required to have Zephyr Hill water on the sidelines if we get him?
We may, whatever it takes to get him. I'm sure Miami will do whatever it takes to get him.
Okay.
There's a couple of other kids that I think they've got a good shot at. Jabari Antoine is another top 100 recruit, cornerback out of Louisiana, former LSU commitment. It's either going to be Miami or Florida State, most likely for him. And then there's some other kids that are announcing that I don't think Miami is necessarily the leader for. A couple of defensive linemen, Floyd Bucard from Miami Central, who's here in their backyard, Jaquez Carter, who's one of the top defensive linemen in the state. But Miami nailed defensive line recruiting last year. They got up 8 guys as part of that class last year. So it's just one of those things where you're going to have a little bit more trouble. There's some other kids that don't have commitment dates, but Miami is very much in play for. One of them is Iose Epinesa. Remember, his brother plays for the Buffalo Bills, played at Iowa. He's a top 100 kid out of Illinois. Miami's done a really good job recruiting him. I think it's either going to be Miami or Utah for him whenever he decides. And then there's some top receivers that we got to see what ultimately happens. I think this is going to be a big year for Miami in terms of offense and putting up huge numbers. Right now, they don't have any wide receivers per se. They've got a couple tight ends, but there's a bunch of kids they're in play for, guys that they could potentially flip. Dallas Wilson is one of them. He's committed to Oregon right now. He's one of the top. He is the I think the number 2 receiver in the state. He's a 5-star. Jamie French, who goes to Jacksonville Mandarin. He's announcing the day before the Miami-Florida game. He's a 5-star kid. Miami already has one of his teammates, Hilton Stubbs, in the class. So, as we get into the football season, there are guys that may commit right now and not pick Miami, but I think with a great season, they can flip them and get them on board by December.
It's a beautiful thing. All right, what do you got going on in the Athletics so folks can check you out, my man?
Well, I just came out with a column on the SEC recruiting. I know Miami's not in the SEC, but the SEC is king in terms of getting the most players. And I just wrote about how really Oregon and Ohio State are starting to win some big wars in SEC territory. They picked up a couple big time kids in Texas. They've got kids out of Alabama. They've obviously got a couple kids out of Florida already, Oregon and Ohio State. So it's becoming a little bit more of a tighter race for the best high school recruits in the country. The Big Ten, as you know, makes the most money of any conference. They actually have a bigger TV deal than the SEC does. And I think what we're starting to see now is that change what happens on the recruiting trail. Some of these elite kids, Torian Moore, for instance, the number 1 wide receiver in the country from Duncanville, Texas. He ended up flipping from LSU and committing to Oregon. And most people thought, he's going to go to Texas. He's going to go to, one of these Southern schools. But the reality is Oregon now, with all that Phil Knight money and everything else that they've got going over there, they're making it more competitive. So you got to watch out for the Big Ten. I had that column come out. I had a podcast I did earlier this week talking about Miami's recruiting. There'll be more in the days ahead. I did that quarterback story on the 2026 guys, all the kids that are committing 2 years before they even sign on the dotted line. So there's a ton to read over at The Athletic.
Let's see. True Fin Fan is asking, is it true that Hurricane recruiting class is top 5, or am I wrong?
They're not top 5 right now. I think they are 10th or 11th the last time I checked in the team rankings. We use 247 composite because they combine all the recruiting services. But they've got the potential to be top 5. They were top 5 a year ago. They were number 4 last year, number 7 the year before that. And I think if they get guys like DJ Pickett, they get Jabari Antoine, the kid out of Louisiana, the other 4-star cornerback. They get Jamie French and pull a Dallas Wilson. Those are going to be 4 of the top, 50, 60 players in the country by the end of the year in the rankings. And that'll vault them, I think, from being right now outside the top 10 to inside the top 5 with the way the rankings and all that stuff work. Look, in the end, what you want is quality. And Mario's done that. He did that last year. There are a bunch of top 100 players. I think they had 6 or 7 last year. The more elite, top of the line kids you get, the better, because it's like lottery balls, like ping pong balls, right? You hope some of them hit, and if they do, you're probably going to be pretty good.
All right. Follow him on Twitter at Manny_Navarro. Manny, have a fantastic weekend, my brother. Appreciate you.
All right, brother. Take care.
You got it. And remember, tomorrow you can meet the Maui Goa brothers at Caneswear. They'll be there. And they'll be having some fun. They'll be signing autographs between 3 and 4:30 p.m. $39 for both autographs. All proceeds of $39 go to the Ronald McDonald House of Charities. So you're basically making a donation and you're getting the autographs. Plus, you'll get a special ticket for the Caneswear's one-day sale only, 40 to 60% off hurricane apparel, headwear, and footwear. And that'll be tomorrow. Plus, using my code BIGO10, you'll get 10% more. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. So enjoy that. Caneswear.com.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at Caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
All right. Anyway, I mean, and you're a military guy. So, I mean, this is what a screwed up story. Anyway, we thank Manny as always. Thank you out there. Big O, I'm going to call Welton Rayom because I'm having an issue with some mold. See if they can help me. I'm going to be sure to mention your name. Tell them that I'm a loyal listener. Please do, Oscar. Thank you very much. And, listen, that's how leaks start. You may have a leak in your roof. You didn't even know it. And then that creates the mold. And then you're breathing that, dude. That's unhealthy. And you're paying premiums. There's a reason why you pay the insurance. So call to make sure so you're protected, man. And they have their own adjusters. Don't ever call the insurance company, ever. You call Welton Rayom. They have their own adjusters. Then they put the whole thing together. They take pictures. They know exactly what the damage was required. And then they call the insurance company, brother, and then they attack the insurance company. And you don't have to do anything. So protect yourselves and your family, man. Let's see. What else do we have here? John Padilla in. Ocala Joe. Oh, anyone can be a father. Only some can be called dads. Exactly. Well, the dad's got to be there to scold, to love, whatever it is. But the presence has got to be there. Doesn't matter if you're ripping them. Doesn't matter if you're loving them. Doesn't matter if you're hugging them. Doesn't matter if you're taking their iPads away. It's love and presence one way or the other. If you can't be a presence in a child's life, then you shouldn't have that child. That's all. It's just kind of that's kind of the way I was raised. That's the way I look at it. Let's see. Hateful Steve, thank you for the love on the Cash App or Venmo. That's Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin donation also, which, we love our Bitcoin donations. We have a little bit of a dip. You hear that your boy Trump is headed to that big crypto conference in Nashville. Well, Steve, look, do I think Trump knows anything about Bitcoin and crypto? He doesn't know shit. He's chasing votes. You know what I'm saying? He's pandering. But to his credit, okay, because I will give credit when credit is due, he clearly has listened to the Republicans around him, Steve. Okay? Because the Republicans are into Bitcoin. And so all the people around him are pro Bitcoin. And so it doesn't matter who it is in his party, he runs into a lot of that. And because of that, that has also laid an influence on him because a person like Vivek, who is very smart fiscally, he's kind of crazy with his far right nonsense, but he is smart fiscally and understands Bitcoin, and he has explained it to Trump, and one side gets it, one side doesn't. That's kind of I just showed it to you earlier in the show where all the Dems voted it down. So it's a party thing too. It's not just, you know what I'm saying? So Trump comes from the side that is Bitcoin friendly. So I'm not surprised that he's going to talk there because he's going after the votes. That's why it was kind of funny for Biden to veto that bill when, bro, there's 50 million crypto users in America. Those people vote. And you're vetoing a bill to screw 50 million people? So, you know what I mean? And it's just, so I'm not surprised that he's talking because it's a smart move on his part. Very smart move. But I know which party is part of it and which one isn't. I've pointed this out for a couple of years now. This isn't a Trump thing, or it's a Republican thing. Republicans are more acceptable to blockchain technology. They understand it. They invest in it. They know what it's all about. They openly talk about it. Just go watch Patrick McHenry's speech from 2 days ago. Put Patrick McHenry in your Twitter feed and go listen to that man talk. It's incredibly intelligent. So I'm not surprised that the orangutan is going to talk there. He's smart. He's going to take advantage. Biden has crapped all over those people, and so those people feel like they're not getting anything from the Democratic side. They're just getting screwed. So they're losing all those people to the other side. It's just really stupid politics on his part. That's all it is. Stupid politics. Nothing more, nothing less, dude. Stupid politics. That's all I can tell you. Tony Zagales, thank you for the love, baby. You sent me some Bitcoin. I love that. Dude, you're a beast. Thank you very much. I appreciate it immensely. Let's see what Tony put. Let me see what his message is. A father's place is in the house. Happy Friday, Big O. Exactly. Us fathers and mothers are supposed to be. Ocala Joe, thank you for the love on Cash App, sir. Appreciate you. Small donation towards the Greece trip. There we go. Thank you, my friend. Yes, I got to take the wife to Greece one day, man. That is amazing. Ray Martinez, you are a god, sir. Thank you for your donation. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. He says, happy Friday. Love the autism glasses. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They're actually really cool glasses. I don't know if you were listening earlier. When I made this donation like a year and a half ago or something, and they gave you a present as part. You don't do it really, the donation for the present. You kind of think it's a throw-in, right? And I saw the glasses and I love the frames. But I thought for sure I'd never use them. for sure. They're probably, cheap frame, cheap lenses, and UV protection. All that. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I get them, and I have them in my car, and I use them all the time in my car. Why? Because, dude, I have no glare right now from these cars. And the glare normally is brutal every time we're here. And I have to have glasses. And so sometimes I'll use my Oakleys or sometimes I'll use these. And it's amazing how the lenses are actually like really, really good. Blows me away. So, Ray, thank you for the love on Cash App, sir. That is very kind of you, as always, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very nice of you. Big O, U.S. soccer is playing with second-tier athletes. I don't go for that, bro. I think our athletes are the best athletes we've been playing with for a long, long time. It's just a bad structure, but whatever. Again, it's such a tired conversation, Can you ask Manny? Let's see. What is it? Okay, I got that. Oh, Clemson and FSU. Troy, I didn't ask Manny that because there's nothing there. We've already talked about that in other segments in the past. They have no leverage right now. There is no out right now. They haven't been able to do anything yet. So there's no real ground been made there. Joe Gonzalez, what I mean is we have to target youth top athletes. They already have some great ones, bro. It's problems are a lot deeper. Let's see what else. When you have kids with many women, the ones who end up suffering are the kids. I'm living proof. My dad is 17. My dad has 17 kids with 9 different women, and he does not have the best relationship with his children. He can't, Lenny. He can't. You can't split yourself, dude. You got to be you can only be in one home. Like those guys that have like a secret wife somewhere and with another kid, like how the F do they pull that off, dude? Right? Like you and me are just like, we just got one relationship, one family, and that's like enough.
I forgot what show I was watching, but what the guy was doing, it was like one of the drama shows, and he would go on business trips for a week. Right. And then, but he was really, what he did was he had across the street, across the park, like Central Park.
Right.
He had one family there and then the other family there.
Wow.
Again, TV show, but it was like, but it was pretty.
No, but a couple of people have pulled that off in real life.
Oh, I'm sure it happens every day.
Some wife or some longtime girlfriend, even with a kid, somewhere else in the country, and the guy does travel. It's always the traveling guy. But it's like, bro, how do you pull that shit off, dude? How do you have 3 girlfriends behind your wife? Like, how do you pull that shit off, bro? Like, are you out of your mind? Like, the stress, I can't imagine. Isn't it just stressful enough being just one husband, one father, one mortgage, car payments, kids? Like, isn't that enough in your life, bro? I don't get it, dude. I'm good. I'll stay boring. Let's see what else. What else do we have? Everybody wake, bake, and hit the notification bell, says Think Blue Dodgers. I agree. Please hit that. If everybody that has not hit the like button right now, you'll easily get us over 100. Easily. And I know this is a slow day, and I see the views and all that. And I'm sorry, we're doing our best. It's there's not a lot to talk about today. You know what I'm saying? But at least, get us over 100. Come on. There's easily 12 of you that haven't hit the like button. Okay? So, let's go. And we are here at Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Come on out here, folks. They will definitely make you a great deal. Let's see what else. Vamos Gatos. Good morning, Big O and Sean. Good morning, everybody. Ryan AP, my father has been in and out of prison his entire life, drug addict, alcoholic, beat my mom, beat us. So father is a sensitive topic. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. You people are so fake. Y'all know you can listen to Big O and don't have to agree with him. You don't have to agree. That's fine. I don't have a problem with disagreeing. We could definitely disagree. I don't have a problem with that. But we are I don't think we've said anything that isn't logical. So if you don't think a father is not effective if he's not present, then I can't help you. You know what I mean? I don't think there's much argument there. So what can I tell you? All right, let's get to our 3 graphics sports calendar. Let's do that. Wednesday, Inter Miami will be back in action July 17th at Chase Center. They will host Toronto. Tyreek Hill, by the way, has been confirmed as the father of a young girl born last year. Tyreek is on one hell of a run. He's got 10 plus kids already, and he's got 3 kids born to 3 different women between February of 23 and May of 23. February, March, April, May. In 4 months, 3 kids, 3 different women. You think that that divorce was filed by Tyreek or somebody else? Anyway, tonight, 7:30 at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. It is the Mercury and the Fever. Caitlin Clark, 7:30 tip. Over and under is 172.5. Mercury is minus 142. The Fever, plus 120. Mercury favored by 2.5 in that one. And longtime NFL defensive coordinator Monty Kiffin passes away at the age of 84. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. Please call Alan Blanco if your company needs some custom printing and embroidery. Call Alan Blanco, folks. Hey, support the amazing people that support our platform, that produce our shirts and our hats. Yeah, this is his embroidery, which is amazing work. Please call Alan Blanco at 3A Graphics. They can help your company and your business, your platform, your team, whatever it is that you're looking for. 786-618-1443. All right. Oh, man. What else do we have here? Thank you all out there, as always. By the way, where's the market at right now? We are at 58,207 right now. Okay? 58,207. Not bad. Not bad, dude. Not bad. Pretty cool. Pretty freaking cool. All right. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, I got to tell this story. Sean, when I read this story, I don't want you to get infuriated. I don't want you to, quite frankly, I don't want you to kill somebody. I don't want you to, freak out. Sean I've never really seen, I saw Sean one time mad. It was at Onside. It was a really frustrating day. It's a lot of work. It's the only time I've seen him really frustrated. You remember that day? You know what I'm talking about? Because this really never happens with us. But that was the one day that he was really frustrated and very understandable. And so this could be the next one. So you good? You're relaxed now. Okay. Prince Harry is reportedly still stunned by the backlash he's received over being given the Pat Tillman Award for service at the 2024 ESPY Awards. He's set to officially be given the honor at the ESPY Awards in Los Angeles on Thursday night. Now, British Royals expert Hilary Fordwich is speaking out to reveal why Harry should graciously decline the award. She's also explained why this award is exceptionally bad publicity for Harry. His refusal to turn down the Pat Tillman Award despite suffering a furious backlash with the petition on urging ESPN to reconsider its decision tangibly shows how his popularity has plummeted. The latest to lash out at him is Admiral Lord Alan West, former Royal Navy chief and Labour peer, saying he ought to think very hard and long about accepting this particular award as it doesn't travel well with people in the military. He further added to sit back and not accept awards like this. Fordwich went on to explain that this controversy highlights Harry's weaknesses. This entire debacle points to Harry's lack of experience and understanding of the commercial sector the world has chosen to operate in, she stated. ESPN wants to honor Harry not for what he's done, since many others have done and accomplished more, per Tillman's mother, Mary Tillman, but because it generates huge publicity for them with harming Harry with exceptionally bad publicity. Which, it's like, brother, you've done nothing. It's all by you. It's by association, by who you are. You really aren't serving, putting your life on the line, or doing anything for your country. The Pat Tillman Award should be an award of courage, dude. Like, first of all, if you're ESPN, this is why. What do I say all the time? I don't watch them, right? This is why I can't stand that network, bro. This is why if I'm cruising by, I'll stop. And if they're reading something newsworthy, I see any kind of debate or anything or some feature story, and dude, I just continue. I think it's the most fucking garbage channel that exists out there. And how do you offer? Who in their right minds thinks that Prince Harry is the guy to give the Pat Tillman Award?
No, but it's what they do as far as, like they say, publicity. Because to me, like, ESPN shouldn't be the one picking who wins the Pat Tillman Award. It should be Pat Tillman Foundation or somebody like that. Like the award shows are exactly what they are. It's just a big, okay, who's the biggest name we can throw up there?
Right.
Or the biggest name that we can throw up there to where everybody's now talking about it. Like,
yes.
You don't, again, when you're in the military and things like that, you're doing the job without the reward is the job. And,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I need to have an award for everything I've done.
You don't do it for the medal.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's
just at the moment you're not thinking, oh man, I'm going to get a Purple Heart for this.
Yeah, exactly. It's just you're doing it for the person right beside you or the men and women around you. It's not, or it's not over like, oh,
or the flag.
100%.
But
it's so odd to me that they've come to where the ESPN, like, and again, I don't know if it's money.
You didn't know about this, huh?
No, I haven't followed the ESPYs in since maybe the first year when it was.
Yeah, I haven't watched
it was
the
something
ESPYs
that was
forever.
new, but it's like oh, favorite basketball player. Oh, I wonder who's winning that. It's like, really, like,
who gives a shit?
But it's just, I feel like this is more picked because now exactly what's happening, the backlash. You're talking about the ESPYs. When else are you talking about the ESPYs?
Right. Nobody gives a shit about the ESPYs. Right. Yeah.
And Harry fell right into the trap.
Right.
Because he's like, hey, I'll take it. Okay, yay. Because he's thinking the same way. Oh, I'm going to be on ESPN. Everybody's going to see me. And it's all about.
Yeah. Their podcast went to shit. His and that's why she's now back at Suits, because it's like, okay, I got to get away from all this royal shit, Seriously, I mean, come on, dude. Come on. That's ridiculous. Let's see. Big O, how involved do you think Ross is as to what we pay to nothing? Nothing whatsoever. I think it's the most overrated story that I think writers and talk show hosts, oh, you gotta go to the owner, bro. At this point, he knows he has to write checks. And so, what do you think? He's flinching if it's, oh, we got to give him 70 million guaranteed or 68 or 75. I think Ross gives a shit about that at that point. Oh, okay, that's what we're paying him. Okay, whatever you guys think. Unless you're a cheap owner, then yeah, then it matters. But if you're Stephen Ross, this is chump change, bro. This guy deals in billions. This guy, 80 million, 100 million, 150 million. He laughs at shit like that, dude.
I'll take that out of my personal account.
Yeah, I mean, I need grass. Let me just buy the effing company. I'm going to put a hospital right there so my players have. He does stuff. He built a brand. He didn't have to build a new practice facility. He could have kept it there in Nova. He could have upgraded it or what. No. I'm going to build a new state-of-the-art one. This guy shits money. Yeah, he built a freaking racetrack. Yeah. I mean, tunnels and bridges and yeah, it's a roof. The gondola, yeah, whatever that thing is called. I mean, give me a break, dude. You think he's worried about some stupid little signing bonus? Oh, Mr. Ross, we got to go give him 70 million, 100 million, 50. Oh, no. What do you think this is, Donald Sterling and shit? You know what I'm saying? You think this is Mark Davis? You think this is Sherman? What's his name? Bruce Sherman? Yeah, if you're a broke-ass owner, it's an issue. If there's 15, dude, yeah.
I got 5 on it.
Hold on. Hey, yeah, no, I'm sorry. This is the Marlins. Yeah, no, it's an issue.
It's all on you, Bruce. It's all on you.
Bruce, you got any cash? Shit. Oh, look, I got some lit. I'd love to be on a show where some host pulls that shit on me, and I'm gonna crush him like I just did right now, or her. Any host that's telling you, oh no, Stephen Ross got to sign off on that. At this point, bro, if you want an NFL team, this goes with the territory, dude. If you're Mike Brown, that's your problem, bro. But Stephen Ross? Come on, man.
I think you just had
Stephen Ross, at this point, they tell Stephen Ross, well, we're going to give him this. Okay, no problem. If that's what you guys think, go ahead. You think Tom Garfinkel is the guy that makes all that shit happen? Hey, we're going to save the tennis tournament. We're going to save this and that and all that. And he goes to Stephen Ross. Hey, you think it's a good idea? Yeah, it's a great idea. Let's do it. Stephen Ross is not a penny pincher. There's nothing about him that says cheap ever. Everything. Bro, even when he bought the team, as cheesy as it was, the whole orange carpet and all that, that's money that he didn't have to spend. He doesn't have to spend he didn't have to make the suites and everything like to the level that but he did it. Didn't have to put the roof, but he did it. Didn't have to build a training facility, but he did it. Didn't have to redo the way you walk in and out of that stadium to make it better and safer for you with the tunnels and the bridges, but he did it. Cirque du Soleil, F1 race, there's what is it? Something in the Jazz in the Gardens, Rolling Loud. What more do you want from the guy, bro? What more do you want from the guy? He ain't worried about that. That's the most overrated story there is in the media. Well, Stephen Russ got to prove that. Let's hear Russ got to. Come on, dude. That's ashtray change. Those of us that don't smoke and use the ashtray, we use it for money. Although I don't even think ashtrays come anymore in cars. My car doesn't have an ashtray. It has a coin thing. Yeah, it's not really an ashtray anymore. The ashtrays, that's old. I'm old. Anyway, so yeah, it's not. It's a silly story. Silly freaking story. Yes. What happened? What'd you laugh at? Plus, Ross has 2 children. Yeah. Anthony Campos says, since you're the Dolphin priest, I think Jimmy Johnson is not Judas. He's Old Testament. He's the snake that convinced Adam and Eve to bite the apple. Yeah. That apple was Dave Wannstedt. I got in late. Have you discussed USA basketball? No, why would I? What happened, Jay? Did something happen last night with USA basketball? Beating Canada? Am I supposed to talk about? I don't know.
Saw the slow start.
Yeah.
Kelly Olynyk outscored Team USA.
Yeah.
I was like, oh boy, it's gonna be a great state.
I don't know. I just it's kind of boring to me. Brett says he married Megan. The last time I watched the ESPYs was when Jim Valvano gave his speech. Yeah. Meghan Markle's probably thinking I should have I've never should have left Suits. Yeah. Now they're back. True Fin Fan says, I got you, Big O. I had no idea, nor have I ever heard of anyone else about this. Believe me, after you finish this show, I listen to nobody else. Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. That's very nice of you. It's just that, huh? No, it's just that, no, I'm saying the True Fin Fan, but it's just crazy that ESPN would think that that's a good idea, bro. That's like so disrespectful to people like Sean, to my dad, to.
What was the other thing we were talking about just the other day where it was like, who at the table said this is a good idea?
Oh, yeah.
What were we talking? What was that?
It was, Jack Nicklaus.
That's right. The beating of the drum.
Like, seriously, they sat at the Panthers. Hey, let's get Jack Nicklaus to bang on the drum. Like, really, dude?
And ESPN, you're at a table, and they're like, okay, Pat Tillman award nominees. Who do we got?
Right. Those are the moments you need an Orlando Alzigari in the room to kind of like give people a wake-up call. Really, you're going to put Prince Harry there? What is wrong with you people? Really, you're going to put Jack Nicklaus there? Yeah. That was bad.
I was going to ask you, Suits is back?
Yes, Suits is back. Yes, there's a new Suits. I'm not watching it, but yes, there's a new Suits. Yeah, no, not the no, it's not Netflix. It was USA Today. USA.
No, I was saying they released the new or another season. That's why I didn't want to make sure.
Yes, exactly. Ross is a businessman. Dolphins is a business. Valuation of $5.7 billion, $600 million of revenue. He bought it for $1.1 billion. Dolphins are nothing. He plans to throw money down a toilet. It can't be nothing if it's worth $5.7 billion and you bought it for 1.1. Dolphins are nothing. He plans to throw money down the toilet. It all ends up becoming an investment, and a very good one. Greer's gem from the draft, Malik Washington. Book it, peeps. Let's hope so, Ray. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Oh, why do you think Jamie is playing in the summer league? No, he's not. He's not playing the summer league. He's in the select team with. Really? I didn't even know that.
Ira was the one that had said something, but I believe it was Ira. I saw
I
that
know he's
Jaime
playing
was
against
gonna-
he's playing against the dream team.
He did the select stuff.
I mean,
and
the USA team.
Yeah, but now they're playing, so the select team's done.
Why would he
So
play?
now he's going to play, I think, 2 games. The first 2 games of Summer League is what I saw. Let me double check.
Is that true? That's stupid. I had no idea. Apologies, because I had no idea. I try to keep up with everything. I had no idea that they were going to do something this stupid. So if you're asking me, there's your answer. That's fucking stupid. There's no reason for him to play in the Summer League. None whatsoever. He better not get hurt because I'm going to lose my mind. Okay? There's no way. Seriously, that guy's going to play in the Summer League? What a dumb ass.
Fresh
move.
off the select team, he will be added to the Vegas Summer League roster. He drew praise on the Olympics
That's
for
just
the
stupid, man.
extended his stay in Las Vegas.
That's just stupid.
Pair of appearances.
That's fucking stupid, bro.
Oh, you know what it is? The Heat want revenge on Boston. They're taking on Boston in the first matchup. Maybe that's what it is. They're going to take Boston down in the Summer League. But he is playing, it looks like the first 2 games from what I was saying.
That's really disappointing, dude. That is a Mickey Mouse decision by the organization. One of your few gems that you have that are young that you can build on, and you're going to put them at risk for he has nothing to prove in the Summer League. Man, that is stupid. Wow, that is stupid. Holy wow, that is stupid.
What I'm understanding is you don't like the decision.
I'm disgusted by the decision. I don't not just not like it. I'm disgusted by that decision. That's almost as bad as taking a knee against Georgia Tech. And it could end up worse if he blows out a knee in one of those 2 games.
Could they add him and he just sit on the bench and not play? I mean, it'd be stupid to do that too, but I mean, I'm just...
Does he have a life or something?
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe basketball is his life. Maybe that's what we need. Although we don't need him to play and get hurt.
Yes. Dude, it's more about, I want to see where. Now the Kashad Johnson. I want to see Alondis Williams. I want to see the little short guard, Isaiah Miller, I think it is, or something. Isaiah Stevens. That's what I want to see. I want to see some of these young cats. That's why I watch the Summer League. Now you're going to have me sitting there drinking kaopectate, praying that Jaime doesn't get injured for no reason at all. Where does that make any sense, dude?
The player development guy, Drasco, is that his name? Dan Bisaccio said they're looking for him to be a leader on the court for this. And then also we have certain goals we're looking for him, Jaime, to do, and we're excited for him to take the challenge.
Sounds like a load of shit. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like you had to come up with some stupid ass answer. I'm sorry. I don't get how you would do that. It makes no sense that you would put Jaime on the Summer League. I don't know how that makes any sense. All right, let's get to birthdays. Let's get to let's start off with the entertainers first and foremost. Chucky Thompson, hip hop R&B record producer, member of Bad Boy Entertainment, born on this date in 1968. John Petrucci, guitarist, of course, Dream Theater, born in 1967 on this date. nice to see that they're back, and they got their drummer back too, which is good stuff. Tim Gain, born in this state in 1964, guitarist, keyboardist for Stereolab. Dan Murphy, musician, guitarist for Soul Asylum, born in this state in 1962. Philip Taylor Kramer, bass guitarist for Iron Butterfly, born in this state in 1952. Eric Carr, drummer for Kiss, born in this date in 1950. Sadly, we lost him in 1991. Christine McVie, keyboardist and vocalist for Fleetwood Mac and the Chicken Shack. We lost her, unfortunately, in 2022. She was born in this date in 1943. And that is it on the musician side, celebrating birthdays. Let's go with other famous people celebrating birthdays today. And Phoebe Tonkin, actress, she is 35. James Rodriguez, futbolista for Colombia, he is 33. Happy birthday to James as he gets ready for the finals. Michelle Rodriguez, she is 46 years old. I just dig Michelle. I like her vibe. Charlie Murphy was born in this state in 1959. We lost him in 2017. Also celebrating birthday today is Topher Grace, actor at 70 Show, 1946. He's 46 today. And that is it. What do we have in Wrestlers, sir?
All right, stand back. There's a hurricane coming through. It's Hurricane Helm's birthday, 50. He had to change his name from Shane because there couldn't be two Shanes on the WWE roster.
Okay.
Sami Zayn turns 40. Brock Lesnar turns 47. And somebody you may not know, but very important to Stone Cold's career, Mark Yeaton turns 64. He is the gentleman that tossed the beers, and he was the timekeeper in WWE. He turned 64 today.
All right. Good
Those
stuff.
are birthdays.
All right, let's go with music history. In 1962, on this date, Rolling Stones made their live debut at the London's Marquee Club. It would later add the G to it, Rolling Stones, the Rolling Stones. In 92, police arrested Guns N' Roses singer Axl Rose at New York's Kennedy Airport on charges related to a 91 incident at a concert in St. Louis, where the singer is said to have started a melee by diving into the crowd to grab a fan's camera. In 2003, Rob Halford announced that he was rejoining Judas Priest for a tour and a new album. And that was the first time after 13 years. In 69, Blind Faith made their live debut in the United States at MSG. In 96, on this date, Smashing Pumpkins drummer Jimmy Chamberlain was charged with drug possession after the death of the band's keyboardist, Jonathan Melvin, in his New York hotel room. In 86, Simply Red had their first #1 in America with Holding Back the Years. He's got a great voice, man. In 99, I don't, but he does. Limp Bizkit singer Fred Durst was arrested after allegedly kicking a local security guard in the head during the band's show in St. Paul, Minnesota. And in 2008, 61-year-old Rolling Stone Ronnie Wood left his wife of 23 years and moved in with an 18-year-old cocktail waitress. I mean, that's what you need at 61, an 18-year-old cocktail waitress. That kind of will get you there. That's a good one right there.
I have a question about your today's music history.
Yes.
It feels like Axl was mentioned almost every day with something.
With getting arrested, yes.
Or so, yeah. I mean, it's just something going on there.
Yes. Yeah. That's Axl Rose right there, bro. That's him. Yes, sir. By the way, you can catch Fluffy Gabriel Iglesias Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Hard Rock Live. Saturday, Sammy Hager is in town with Joe Satriani, Michael Anthony, and Jason Bonham. Loverboy is opening up. They are at the I Think Amphitheater. Next Thursday, Janet Jackson. Okay. If you want to know what she's done for you lately, go there on Thursday at I Think in West Palm Beach on July 18th. July 19th, a week from today, at I Think in West Palm Beach, Foreigner, Styx, and John Waite. Also Friday, a week from today, Buddy Guy and Los Lobos at Pompano Beach Amphitheater. It's amazing, Buddy Guy. He's in his 80s, and he still is kicking ass. And then Saturday, a week from tomorrow, New Kids on the Block with Paula Abdul and DJ Jazzy Jeff at I Think in West Palm Beach. So if you're a music aficionado, you got some concerts there, depending if you like any of that. Also, Zombies Management. This is sad. Rod Argent, the founder, keyboardist, and primary songwriter of the Zombies, has suffered a stroke. Rod had recently returned home from a triumphant Zombies tour of the UK, spent a week in London with his beloved wife, Kathy, celebrating their 79th birthday and their 52nd wedding anniversary before a stroke occurred. He was hospitalized overnight and released the next day. Doctors have advised Rod that he will need several months of rest and recuperation. Rod has asked us to convey that he has made the very difficult decision of immediately retiring from touring in order to protect his health. He was already preparing to wind down his live performance schedule after health scares in recent tours in the fall of 2024. However, the stroke was unmistakably a warning sign that the risks are too great. Rod still firmly intends to continue his other creative joys of writing and recording with the Zombies and has already been back at the piano for some much-needed Bach therapy. So, there you go. Bach, not back. Bach. Take it, Bach. Do-do-do-do. Take it, Bach. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Oh, man. All right. Let's see. Happy birthday to what? The Soviet sniper during World War II, known as Lady Death, most successful female sniper in history. Happy birthday to Ludmila Pavlichenko. Ludmila Pavlichenko, Soviet sniper during World War II, known as Lady Death, the most successful female sniper in history with 309 confirmed kills. So that's what my wife did before in her prior life. Okay. Yeah, because we were at the gun range and my wife shoots and she designs an arrow. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm not even disagreeing with this bitch anymore. That's what I said. Crazy? She'll not only kill you, she'll kill you by design. Like, what the hell is this? You shot an arrow. What have you been doing that I don't know about? I've been with this woman 36 years. I didn't know she was a sniper. And now, Rosendo, reincarnation exists, bro. My wife, sniper. It's guaranteed. I mean, now I know what my wife was before in another life. That's it. So, yeah, when I see her now, hi, sweet death. She's gonna what? I know your secret. She's gonna go what? Don't worry about it. It's between us and my listeners too, of course. Everybody else knows your prior life, honey. That's all I know. If I hear noises downstairs and somebody's breaking into the house and the dogs are going crazy, I just grab the gun and hand it to my wife now. That's what I do. Yeah. Yeah, no. Honey, you're a better shot than I am. You go ahead. I'll be there right next to you, but you do the shooting. You're a better shot. What happened? Let's see. What else do we have here? If someone gets bullet holes in the shape of a Dolphins logo, we all know who did it. Exactly. And it'll be the old Dolphins logo. Exactly. That's a good point. My wife will design it in the old Dolphins logo. Oh, if you want to see a really good Russian movie about snipers during World War II, watch Enemy at the Gates. Okay. Steven says, oh, just saw a few pictures on Twitter. Man, this Malik Washington kid looks like a minter. He's ripped. Looked like a minter her rip. Let's hope he can ball. Okay. I don't know what a minter and her ripped. But I get what you're saying. The kid looks ripped. I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we thank David Furones, Manny Navarro, of course, Larry Schlossberg, and the great people out here at Craig Zinn's, Acura, Pembroke Pines. Man, what is it? Oh, yeah. We'll see. Hopefully he's a player. We thank, of course, Pat Nasto, Tony Stampone, all the great people out here. And if you own or lease an Acura, folks, great place to get it serviced. Go see Mike Chan, Jordan Ferber, great people out here at 15601 Pines Boulevard, just off of I-75 in Pines. Appreciate all of you out there. Visit our amazing sponsors like Hialeah Racetrack, where you can get $100, no regret first bet, folks. Go to the Hialeah website, sign up through there, and get your $100 no regret first bet, or use our QR code right there. If you're listening on the podcast, make sure you smash that like button, support our show. Thank you for getting us over 100. Let's get over 200 likes now in the post recordings. We shall see you all on Monday morning, 10 a.m. Same time, same place, same bat channel. Have a good one.